Hey there, it's Trisha, and I wanted to go over some of the setups from Thursday and Friday, the 5th and 6th. And if you'd like to get more information about the setups, you can go to www.easyemintrade.com and check those out. And also a reminder that we have an upcoming webinar on the 19th of November at 8 p.m. Eastern. Went over really well last month, so a lot of people have been asking for another one, so we'll go ahead and do that. I do want to remind you that seating is limited, so again, if that's something that you're interested in, just go to the website and all the information is there as well. So I am loving the addition of the new Keltner channel setups, and everybody who originally purchased the ebook, no matter when it was, should have gotten a link with the revision to download the ebook with the additional setups. And this is the continuation setup. This was on Thursday about 9:46. We did not have news coming out at 10, so was perfectly willing to take that. I'm willing to take a trade after 9:40. For me personally, that's just, fits my rules and my plan. Doesn't have to be yours. But anyway, we get closed outside the channel here. Our indicator is above 20 here, the green is above the red, so we take it above this bar here. As you can see, we have plenty of room above us to the next area of resistance, and no matter how you manage that trade, it was a great trade. So whether you exited all of your contracts in one exit or two or in thirds, however you did it, if you did hold on obviously above this resistance area, you did get up to the high of Wednesday, so nice hold for those of you that did that. I did not. I was actually out earlier. I was out around here. Never expected it to get through that area as easily as it did, so good on you guys that did. Now those of you that have visited the room or are in the room know that we start every day out by looking at the daily chart and our 60-minute chart, and we pick out previous areas of support and resistance that we want to pay attention to. So this is Thursday right here, this bar right here, and you can see by looking to our left on our daily chart, this is our daily chart, that we have a resistance area basically at approximately 1062, that general area. You can see it here, resistance, resistance, resistance. So we had a setup occurring at about 140, what time was that on? 146 on Thursday. So we get a close outside the channel, and ADX is above 20 and rising. Green is above the red. So thinking that this is going to work out because we got slightly above that area of resistance. Unfortunately, just enough to tease us. Got through it just to pull right back. So probably should have waited till it got through that area with a little more conviction, but unfortunately didn't, so got stopped out. But the setup was there, just should have waited till we got through that area a little bit, like I said, with a little more conviction. But this is exactly why we look at our daily chart. We want to see where the previous areas of price stall are, and as you can see here, very simply, that's what we wanted to do, is we wanted to get in above that general area. So that's why we start out looking every day at our longer time frames and wider span of the market. And this is Friday morning, and we did have news coming out at 10, so up to you if you're willing to trade before that or not. This was you did get a close outside the channel here, but you've got the 50% retracement right above you based on 24-hour price. And then you've got the close from the previous day, the high from the previous day, and a floor trader pivot midpoint right above you. So if you were somebody willing to take that, you have to know that all those obstacles are right there and could stand in your way. The other option would have been, if when you get a pullback here to this channel, you still did stay above that resistance area. If you took something above this bar here that closed back above that area, you could have taken that. Or the other option would have been to buy the pullback here. Stayed closed hit the middle line, closed under it, but then on the next bar closed above it. Everything's in line to take that pullback, expecting it to go higher. So absolutely could have done that. At that point, it was a little bit closer to 10 o'clock news coming out. That was at 9:49. So again, up to your it's your personal choice and what your risk tolerance is. I am actually testing this continuation setup around the news to see how often it works out without the stop getting hit, because that's the big thing. We know that news will move the market, but the big question is, will the stop hold? Because we know that we can oftentimes get big swings in both direction. So right now it's looking good in the preliminary testing, but I'll go ahead and continue. I'll go back quite a ways to make sure that it works out, and I will of course keep you guys abreast of that, because if it works out, then obviously I'm going to be willing to take those around news as well. This actually set up at just about 10:30. It was 10:26, and you got your close outside the channel, and you are below the close from Thursday. You're below the high from Thursday, so you're below all the support that we just mentioned. Now, taking this, you have to know that you do have this 50% retracement still right below you. So that would have to be your first target. So you have to make sure that you have room to that, because we know that in all likelihood you could expect a bounce there. So with that said, lucky enough to get right through it, and it worked out very nicely. Now, to take the pullback here, it pulls back to the middle channel, but the issue is we always say look to the left. So it pulls back to the middle channel. So if you get in right under this bar here after it closes still under that middle line, what's the area of support going to be? Where are you likely to get to? Is there enough room to be profitable? And if you look all the way to the left in this area here, we're likely to get a stall. We stalled here once. You can see it came right down to that same general price area. And so now if you take this short, that's really what you should expect in the way of the initial target. So if there's enough room to that for you to be profitable, then you can take it. You did get a little more out of it, and then it bounced again. So again, very important to know what to expect out of a trade, so you're not sitting there and letting it turn against you. So that was it for me. I didn't trade in the afternoon on Friday, but if you did trade in the afternoon, you can see that there wasn't a lot going on. But you did establish a range. Basically you have your support area here, which was resistance. So you have support here. You get up to this general area, then you retest the support area. It held the same area as here, and you've got plenty of support there. So if you wanted to, you could take this at support, or you could wait until your indicator starts to roll over above 20 and then take it, expecting just to get back up to your previous area of resistance. Or if you wanted to take a conservative entry, it would be above the bar that closes above the middle line. With that, then you still have to ask yourself, how much room is above my head? Can I be profitable? And if the answer is no, then you don't take it. So aggressive entry would be, taking it down here at support. Conservative would be above the middle line. Then you get back up to resistance area, and then you can take it rolling over, expecting it to get back down to support. You can take it when your indicator rolls over from 80 and heads lower. Conservative entry would be a close above the middle line, again asking yourself, how much room do I have below me to be profitable? And if the answer is not enough, if it's not enough for you to be profitable, then you have to pass. And I wouldn't have suggested trying to buy support again as you got closer to 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock you had, what was it that we had on Friday? Consumer credit at 3 o'clock. So you don't know that the market's not going to move. That is something that can move the market. So anything close to 3 o'clock you would want to hold off doing, in my opinion. So anyway, I hope that helps. And if you want to check out the setups, you can go to www.easyemintrade.com.